Here are the stories this hour. President Bola Tinubu calls for order ahead of Saturday's elections in FCT, Rivers, and Kano states. Osun State Government describes alleged 13 billion naira payroll scam as fake. News sponsored by APC. DSS to arraign Nasser El-Rufai in Abuja over alleged cybercrime and breach of national security. On the foreign scene, U.S. Supreme Court rules against Donald Trump's tariffs meant for national emergencies. Good evening. This is News at 7 on Western Spring Television. My name is Olufemi Alebe. President Bola Tinubu has urged the voters, security agencies and officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to conduct themselves in an orderly manner during Saturday's elections in the Federal Capital Territory, Rivers, and Kano states. The polls, scheduled for tomorrow, come just days after Tinubu signed the Electoral Act 2026 into law. In a statement on Friday by his special advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Nonuga, Tinubu called on all eligible voters to come out and vote without fear, emphasizing that democracy thrives best in an atmosphere of calm, tolerance, and mutual respect. The president appealed to political parties, candidates, and their supporters to avoid violence, inflammatory statements, and any action that could undermine the credibility of the electoral process. He also urged INEC to take all necessary measures to bolster voters' confidence by ensuring timely accreditation, smooth voting processes, accurate collation, and prompt transmission of results in line with the 2026 Electoral Act. INEC will conduct elections across the 6 area councils of the FCT, involving 1.6 million registered voters across 2,822 polling units, alongside by-elections in Rivers and Kano states. Talking security, the Kebbi State Police Command has confirmed that 33 people were killed in an attack on Bui district in Arewa local government area following a deadly armed cattle rustle incident. Spokesman of the Kebbi Police Command, Bashir Usman, said these in a statement. Police authorities expressed deep regret over the loss of lives and extended condolences to the bereaved families and the wider Arewa community. The statement added that preliminary investigations indicate that suspected Lakurawa militants entered Bui district to rustle cattle. The attackers are believed to have crossed into the area from Gudu local government area in neighboring Sokoto state. The police command emphasized that incidents involving heavily armed criminal elements require coordinated security intervention. The Christian Association of Nigeria, Ganawuri District, and the Aten Development Association of Riyom Local Government Council in Plateau State have honored the memory of over 30 members killed in the Woro massacre in Kwara State. The memorial ceremony took place on Friday at the Ekan Primary School in Ganawuri Riyom Local Government Council of Plateau State, where several sons and daughters of the Aten ethnic group were among the victims of the February 3, 2026 terrorist attack in Woro community, Kayama local government area of Kwara State. Deputy Governor of Plateau State, Josephine Pio, in a condolence message, said the grievous loss is not only a blow to the Aten people of Ganawuri, but to Riyom local government area and Plateau State as a whole. Troops of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai have arrested suspected terrorist collaborators and recovered drones and other logistics during coordinated operations across Adamawa and Borno states. In a statement issued in Maiduguri, the media information officer of the Theatre Command, Sania Uba, said troops of Sector 4 under the 28th Task Force Brigade, working with local vigilantes and hunters, on Thursday apprehended a 28-year-old suspect, Ismail Mohammed, The troops described the suspect as a logistics supplier to insurgents. The arrest took place in the Visik general area of the Hong local government area of Adamawa State. Uba added that in a separate operation in Madagali local government area, troops ambushed the Visik River line where a terrorist commander identified as Abdullahi Mafa was neutralized. He further disclosed that troops acting on intelligence arrested a 64-year-old suspect, Douda Gula, alleged to be a terrorist collaborator and drone supplier at Madagali Motor Park. According to the statement, items recovered from him include 2 aerial drones, accessories, and 20 solar power banks. Away from security, the Osun State Government has described the allegation of 13 billion naira payroll scam as by Sally Board Limited as fake news, sponsored by the All Progressives Congress, APC. In a statement on Friday, the Osun State Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Kolapo Alimi, said there was no 13 billion naira payroll fraud. His verification of the controversial audit report confirms that more than 2/3 of those declared as ghost workers are bona fide staff with full identification and documentation. Alimi said Governor Ademola Adeleke is open to the investigation of the staff audit report by anti-corruption agencies, as he was the actual initiator of the audit project in the first place. He added that Governor Adeleke hired the consultant to probe reports and rumors of padded payroll inherited from the administration of the immediate past Governor, Boyega Oyetola. Earlier in an interview on Western Spring Television today, Alimi noted that the involvement of the governor's brother, Deji Adeleke, was a result of information he received that bona fide civil servants were being declared ghost workers, and he wanted to ensure that no bona fide civil servants were unjustly laid off or dismissed.
Then she has been back and forth. If you could recollect, maybe about 3 or 4 months ago, this issue came up, and Architect Gugomido was in this studio. I was on Zoom. He said he should be going to EFC and ICPC. We said, please go. Because the auditing we are talking about, it's not even our own. Please go. If you can help us save money, why not? Instead of going to that ICPC or EFCC, 3 months after, she has started the media war again, misinforming the people. So the purpose why she's doing this is what the people will look at. And then, secondly, that she has threatened to go to court. She has threatened to go to ICPC and EFCC. And up to this moment, she has not been there. We have decided on our own. We are going to the EFCC and ICPC. Because this is a subtle blackmail. If we employed you to do a job, it was based on the fact that we had the intention to clean it up, okay? But our intention was not to categorize same workers, non-workers, as ghost workers. That's not the intention of the government, is not to sack. No. And so you can't just come out with your report and say that your report cannot be subject to review in your own presence. You have been asked to send your representatives. You deny. So up to this moment, it's still open. You can still call on her. If tomorrow she's ready, the report is still intact. If tomorrow she's ready, with the Committee of Labour and some governors aid, and our representatives or even herself, for them to sit down a week or two to check this thing who is telling like the whole world will know, but we want the whole world to know. Because the fact that the payroll audited happens to be the one inherited under Alhaji in the meeting held with Dr. DG. You know, I told you.
Why was Dr. DG there?
No, that's what I said. People ask.
Why was Dr. DG there? In what capacity?
Thank you. It's not in any capacity. It's like, let me tell you one thing. That you hearing something now, you have invited me. If somebody is asking what capacity. When Dr. DG heard that the labor was about to have showdown with the governor, he called the governor. What's going on? the governor explained to him of what happened. The governor said, if for you to understand, I will bring the woman to your house. It was the governor that brought the doctor. It's not here in Osun. It was the governor that took the woman to Dr. Deji in Lagos because of her.
The Department of State Services, DSS, has fixed February 25 to arraign a former governor of Kaduna State, Nasser El-Rufai, before the Federal High Court in Abuja over alleged cybercrime and breach of national security. The case was assigned to Justice Joyce Abdul Malik by the Chief Judge of the court, Justice John Toshaw. Who subsequently fixed the date for the defendant's arraignment. The DSS had on Monday filed a 3-count criminal charge against the former governor, accusing him of unlawfully intercepting the telephone lines of the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu. El-Rufai had, during a live interview, claimed that he overheard Ribadu directing security operatives to detain him, linking the alleged directive to what he described as an attempted arrest at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport on February 12 upon his return from Cairo, Egypt. The former governor was later granted administrative bail at about 8 p.m. on Wednesday after being detained by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for questioning in an alleged 432 billion naira fraud case. However, he was reportedly taken into custody by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, shortly after his release. Meanwhile, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has commenced Phase 8 of its constituency and executive projects tracking exercise in Katsina State, monitoring 39 projects valued at 13.5 billion naira across the state's 3 senatorial districts and federal constituencies. The exercise is being conducted under the supervision of the Director of Operations, Ludum Samuel. The tracking team, comprising officers from the Commission's headquarters and the Katsina State Office, is collaborating with representatives of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors and members of the media to ensure accountability, value for money, and strict compliance with project specifications. Speaking during the exercise on Friday in Katsina, Samuel said the Commission had recorded mixed findings so far. The Phase 8 tracking exercise, which commenced on Monday, forms part of the Commission's nationwide initiative to strengthen transparency and ensure that constituency projects funded for public resources are properly executed for the benefit of citizens. The Nigerian Navy ship Beecroft has handed over 5 bags of suspected cannabis sativa weighing 500 kilograms to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, in Lagos. According to a statement on Friday, the seized illicit substances were handed over to the commander of the Nigerian Navy ship Beecroft, Commodore Iwuyo Adams Aliyu. Speaking during the handover, Adams Aliyu stated that the successful interception reflects the Nigerian Navy's sustained efforts under the leadership of Vice Admiral Idi Abbas to curb illegal activities within Nigeria's maritime environment. He commended the vigilance and professionalism of naval personnel and reaffirmed the Navy's unwavering commitment to collaborating with sister security agencies to secure the nation's coastal corridors. The Fatima Simra Multi-Purpose Market, located at the Jakarta Small Scale and Industry Multi-Purpose Market in Kano, was engulfed in the wee hours of Friday, destroying not less than 50 shops. The public relations officer of the Kano Fire Service, Saminu Abdullahi, confirmed the incident to journalists. Abdullahi noted that the fire started at 5:50 a.m. and that the fire service was still battling to put it out. Most of the affected shops are into oil production and recycling of nylon and plastics. This is coming barely 6 days after the Singa market inferno destroyed over 1,000 shops. The fire incident was said to have destroyed properties worth over 5 billion naira and also affected more than 1,000 businesses, while several people were missing. Still to come, the National Assembly criticizes federal government over what it described as a lip service to development of Nigeria's livestock industry 2 years after establishment of a dedicated ministry for the sector. We'll bring you more on this when we return.